But then when I saw the vacancy decrease, I was upset a little bit. I was ranting to my mom a lot. But then my mom gave me the motivation that it's okay. You give your best. Let's see.
So, hello students, I have with me Meenakshi. Meenakshi hails from Tamil Nadu and she has done her undergraduate, the UG in history, and she has done a PG in management from VIT Institute. And in her family, she has a mother, her sister, and a brother. And she has cracked the IBPS SO 2025 examination this year and joined PNB, right?
Yes, sir, PNB.
So, Meenakshi, welcome to JC Academy once again. And this is a slightly different setup wherein we are not interviewing you for preparing for the interviews, but it is
Right.
a light-hearted conversation as to we are trying to understand as to how your journey has been so far for the marketing officer's job. So, welcome
Okay.
once again.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, Meenakshi, tell us a little bit more about your family background and your education background.
So my mother is an assistant training officer at Government Industrial Training Institute. My brother is a manager at Bank of Maharashtra, and my sister-in-law is a developer at Infosys, sir. So we basically hail from Tamil Nadu. And coming to my educational background, it has been a very diverse background in my case. So in 12th, it was biomax, and in my undergraduate program, I chose history. And in my postgraduate, I did MBA in marketing from VIT, sir. Now I'm currently working in a business development role.
So, when did you decided to opt for management and not something else?
Uh, Basically, I wanted to secure a job, sir. So anybody would do MBA for getting a job. So that's why I chose MBA in marketing. Why I chose this career is because I wanted to grow in marketing, and since this belongs to a PSU, I see this as a best in both of the worlds. So I decided to pursue this IBPS SO, sir.
You could have taken up other streams in management. It could be HR, it could have been operations, and maybe something else as well. Why did you specifically opted for marketing?
Marketing is because it is easy to relate for an arts graduate, sir. So it's not like you see marketing on day-to-day daily basis, and you are a subject of marketing whether you like it or not. So getting to know marketing is like okay, these things are being given to us, and these things are being done to us. So that's why I chose marketing, sir.
So once you started your journey and you came into the third semester, you must have opted for marketing then. And when this
Yes, sir.
opportunity came across to you, how did you come to know that there is an opportunity for specialist officers in PSBs?
I was looking out for opportunities in government sector, sir, especially where they are asking for MBAs. So
Mhm.
that's when I searched in one of the sites, and this opportunity just hit me.
And you also told that your brother is working with a bank already, right?
Yes, sir,
So,
right.
was it also because of him that he is working in a bank and looking at him, you got inspired?
There is no such thing, sir. He became one, and I became one. That's
Okay. So, once you are aware of this kind of a job profile, I'm pretty sure VIT is a very good institute and it offers good opportunities after your MBA as well. So, you immediately hopped on to preparing for this exam, or you took up a job and then later on you prepared for this exam?
no, sir. So it has almost been 2 years since I'm in this job. Now I'm currently in my notice period. So I was in my full-time role while preparing for this opportunity, sir.
And which year did you start your preparation?
Just after the notification.
Okay. So, you must have come to know about this vacancy only lately, only this year itself, 2025, right?
Right.
Last year, I mean. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
when you came to know about this vacancy and it has three stages, the preliminary examination, the mains, and the interview. So how did you go about it? Because you were still working and I think you're already putting in a lot of effort doing a job and then at the same time preparing for something which is new to you. How did you manage step by step, if you can tell us?
So in prelims, I had lost touch with all the core concepts, sir. It involved English, reasoning, and quantitative aptitude. English was not a problem because it was always like I used to be good at English, and I secured almost 20 marks in even in the mock and in the actual prelims. Whereas reasoning and quantitative aptitude, it needs some practice and it needs time, which I didn't have. But with the self-preparation and giving mocks continuously, I was able to gain hold of some concepts. Sir. There were around 45 questions, I guess. So I attempted only 15 questions each time because you only need cutoff for prelims. And I was able to surpass that cutoff every time. Initially, my marks were low, only 20 or something. But with consistent practice, I was able to reach around 44, 45. So with that consistent preparation and everyday practice after work, I secured 43.5 in my prelims exam, sir.
And what about
And
mains? Did you started preparing for the mains examinations along with the prelims, or you waited for the prelims results to come and then you started?
I didn't wait for my prelims result, but I completed my prelims exam only after which I started my mains preparation after some rest. So in mains preparation, all the courses which I saw was in English, which means Hindi and English, but mostly it was in Hindi only. Since I'm from Tamil Nadu and I'm not fluent in Hindi, it was very hard for me to get hold of concepts because it is very easy to hear someone talk to and then you just get the concepts by heart. So I used Philip Kotler for my preparation. You wouldn't believe me, but only during the last 10 days of the preparation, someone told me about your English video course and I enrolled in it. Okay, let's see it, be it last 10 days or anything. We have already prepared it so much. We just need some tweaking and little bit of thorough preparation. Oh, day and night, I finished your videos in just 3 days, your English recorded sessions. That helped me really immensely. It helped me. I was telling my mother that I'm not really sure, I'm not really confident about the concepts. But after seeing your videos, it really helped me to strengthen my concepts. It helped me to recall whatever I read. So if it were not for your videos, I would have definitely scored some 5 or 4 marks less, to be honest. So 47.25 was my main score, sir.
So that's really
And
good.
for the yeah, and for the interview part, it was mostly self preparation. So I did give some 1 or 2 free mocks from other institute and your uh, course as well. I didn't prepare initially extensively at all, but with consistent preparation and little bit feedback from your mentors, I was able to secure a score of 17 in my interview, sir.
It's
So
also understandable because since you're already working somewhere, so you have that knack of interacting with people, communicating, and
right,
then being confident when you're in a meeting setup. So that comes.
right.
It's okay. If you can elaborate a slightly more on how you prepared in the mains examination, what was your journey in detail as to what was your schedule or what timeline did you follow or how did you basically navigate through different chapters? Did you make self-prepared notes? How did you consume our video course? Was it like a binge watch or you went through a lecture and then you got the MCQs done? What was the exact process? If you can just elaborate. Because ours is a recorded video course for English, right? Although we do
Right.
have
Yes, sir.
a live batch also, but English, you were talking about recorded course, so we'll be talking about recorded course. How did you end up utilizing the resources that we made available?
Okay, so I used Philip Kotler initially, sir. I had read that book 2 to 3 times, and even before completing the full syllabus, I was doing mocks continuously. So around initial days, I was doing around 1 to 2 mocks, and later days, I was doing around 3 to 4 mocks every day. And I also used to see your quiz videos, whichever on the live on the YouTube channel. I used to see that and answer in that sessions as well. Around 200 questions you had made videos on, and I attended every session of it. So everybody will be like, Jesus Academy is little tough. That will be helping you to, even though the material and the questions will not be the same, but it will help you to prepare for the actual mains exam. And that did help us to, the mains exam was far more easy when compared to the test series which we have attended, especially the challenger mocks, I must say. And in the Hindi videos, I was not very continuous in watching that, sir. But in the last 10 days only, I was very skeptical if I would be able to complete the videos. but I binge watched it within 3 days, day and night. I completed all of your video courses. So from my handwritten notes, I took 1 or 2 points which you were telling me and highlighted those points which you mentioned in the videos, and it really helped me to gain hold of the concepts, sir.
Okay. Any strategy you followed while writing the mains examination? Anything that you had in your mind before going in for the mains examination that you would be attempting a paper in a specific way, or you just went and then you navigated yourself through the paper? What was the actual story?
My habit was I always used to complete it before 18 minutes, sir. So whichever questions I'm confident of, I used to complete it. And around 18 minutes, I used to complete the whole paper itself. So it helped me to have some buffer time so that I could recheck my answer and change if anything is needed. So I think that was my strategy, sir. Complete it before some 18-20 minutes so that you'll have time to think about the answers and rechange if required.
Did you set any goal as to how many questions you'll be attempting before you even went for the exam, or you saw the difficulty level and then you decided how many questions you'll be doing?
I think as many questions as you can, whichever you are confident of. So accuracy should be around 90%, 90%, sir. That was my goal.
So
Like
you
I didn't
attempted
attempt
almost around
questions.
55 questions.
Yes, sir, 55 questions. I didn't go through questions which I have never heard of. I'd never tested, but some things which I have heard of and answer looks familiar. Then I went for those questions.
Okay. And once you were out of the examination hall, what was the initial feeling? That did the exam really go well? You had doubts, or you were confident of clearing the mains?
I always had doubts, but I saw my fellow mates' performance as well. So when I discussed answers with my questions, I thought that okay, I am going above the average. So I was little confident about it, sir. And the after completing the exam that night itself, I went home and jot down every answers I wrote, because after some point of time you will have no confidence. It will be like only 20 questions you will get right this time and around 15 questions. So that kind of skepticism shouldn't hit me. So I made sure in those checking the answer keys itself, I was getting around 46 marks. That was my best attempt, but I scored 47.25 in my mains exam, sir.
And in the due course of time, there was a news that the vacancies have drastically reduced. And from 350 odd
Yes.
vacancies, it came down to 110 odd vacancies, right? Did that also shake your confidence?
Definitely it did. It came before the prelims result itself. Everybody was screaming. One night we sleep, and then the next morning we see there are tons of messages spamming in the group. Like the vacancies has been decreased to 100, and the prelims vacancy would be around 45. I was really tense. Like I was not sure if I would be able to clear the prelims also, even though we have done it well, because the time has passed and you lose confidence as days pass. So that did shatter my confidence, and I was like thinking about it for 1 to 3 days, something. But we have to move on from that. We have given our effort, and next step is to think what we should do next and how well can we do the next step. So that was my ideology, sir.
Now, I'll just share my experience the last so many years. Every year, this is one of the biggest discussions that we have is the change in vacancies. Generally, it goes upwards and vacancies do increase, but this time it is the other way around. Sometimes
Yes.
also it happens that the vacancies by nature, by default, are less. So I see a lot of students maybe cribbing or maybe, not happy with it. How did you deal with such situation? Because you were amongst the candidates when IBPS had least number of vacancies in the last 5 or 6 years or so. So if we
Right.
take the track record of last 5 years, 6 years, this is the least number of vacancies that this time we had. So how did you navigate through all this, and how did you kept your morale up, and how did you kept yourself motivated as to okay, it's okay. The vacancies are less. I still need to put in my best. So what was the thing that you were holding on to, and what made you sail through?
Okay, so since this is the first time, like last year, they announced around 100 vacancies and it was increased to 1,000 vacancies. I regretted that, oh God, even though I completed it last year, I could have applied it last year. But this time, when I apply and when I try, it's like vacancies has decreased to 100. But then when I saw the vacancy decrease, I was upset a little bit. I was ranting to my mom a lot. But then my mom gave me the motivation that it's okay. You give your best. Let's see. People will keep talking everything. People will be telling some news which are not sure of. But then nobody is confirmed of anything. So you just give your effort, and rest we have to leave it to God. So and then
I
I never saw my WhatsApp again after all these
That's it,
messages.
because sometimes, we get affected by such news a lot. I am also of the thought that, there are things that you can do for situations which are under your control. For factors and situations which are not under your control, you should not be bothered. One. Second is that even though if from the very initial stage the vacancies were like say 50, 60, 70, you would have still applied.
Right.
Then why think about it? Okay, so pre is done, mains is done, you attempted 54, 55 odd questions, you came out of the examination hall and you realized, okay, fine, I'm doing really well. And when did you became serious for preparing for the interviews? Was it after you got your results? Or I think maybe in your case, as far as we have even interacted a couple of times, I think I was pretty sure that you will do certainly well because you are already working somewhere. So how much and how did you prepare for the interviews?
So interview, actually, I took it very lightly, sir. And your first mock interview did give me some initial confidence. You told me like I asked you to give me a score out of 10. So you gave me 9, I think so. So you told me like you are top 5% of the candidates who do this well. So you don't have to worry about. And then I gave some other interviews as well in other sites. They also told me well, and in these experiences I learned which concepts to read and which should we be thorough of, and improving of gestures to be more precisely. Few people have commented on that, like you shouldn't do more of your hand movements and everything. That helped me to tweak my body language, my answers, and then interview went really well, sir.
So if you can recall a few questions, because this will also going to be helping those who will be listening to this or maybe seeing this discussion. So if you can recall some of the questions asked in the interview.
So I was the last candidate in my interview panel. So as soon as I entered, I was maintaining the same chair. So they were like, "You're the last candidate. You're cheerful. Will you be maintaining the same chair when you get a job?" Also, I told them like, "Definitely, sir, by all means." And then they asked me about my current work experience. What does my company do? And then they asked me questions on USPs. If you were to sell credit card and debit card, what are the USPs you would be highlighting? Name any 5 USPs. I told them around 8 USPs. And second question was, are female marketing officers better than male marketing officers? I
Okay,
took a note.
I would like to hear the answer.
So I told them like there were 4 males and one female interview panelist member. So had to be neutral in that stance. I told them like it totally depends on the individual capabilities, and I wouldn't tell that female marketing officers are better or male marketing officers. So I concluded it on a neutral stance only. So I don't remember whatever I said there.
Okay.
And last, I don't remember the questions, but I do have it on my phone.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just trying to understand. I think 42 point something you said you scored in the mains examinations. And how much did you score out of 20 in the interview?
In mains, I scored 47.25, sir, and in
Okay.
interview, I scored 17, sir.
17 out of 20. Okay. That's a very good score. And your total score came down to how much out of 100?
79.8, sir.
Oh, that's a very healthy score. So all set to join the bank now, right?
Yeah, just serving my notice period, living my best life actually. And you cannot be unemployed after this also.
Yeah, serving the notice period, and once you already have another offer in your hand, is a different kind of a feeling. I can understand. I can very well understand. So, how you plan to spend your time after you've served your notice period and the time in between when you get to join? Any plans?
Actually, my notice period is up to 3 months, sir. So I
Oh
think
my
it will
God.
be
So very less possible very less possibility that you'll be getting any time.
Think like you'll be having annual holidays and then you'll go to the next standard. But once when you, for this notice period, if you serve and then you move to next company, you have to serve it for the rest of your life. So there's no holidays at all.
But it's okay. Meenakshi, only one thing that goes into mind many a times, I can't stop asking female candidates though. Although, but there is a notion amongst a lot of people that, marketing and sales for women or for girls is tough. It's not my perception, it is the general perception out there. So I want you to address this question once and for all. So, because I, as a mentor, I don't differentiate between male and female candidates. But the general notion is that, females are better off doing desk jobs. Although I know the answer is more to do with the kind of personality you have. What is your take on that?
So currently I'm in a business development role only, sir. It involved late night calls and then going to customer places and visiting them, maintaining a relationship with them. So I think in my perspective, like female marketing officers would be good at relationship building, I guess, in more hospitable way, in more warm way. So it's not like it is going to be gender oriented or anything. That kind of advantage wouldn't be there. The problem is probably they have a lot to manage with the family, so that is going to be tough. But any job is going to be tough. So it depends on individual capabilities to navigate through those challenges and establish their place for themselves.
Wonderful. So, lastly, I would like to, get some valuable inputs from your side. So, all those who are willing to prepare for this job, will be the next in line, your juniors, people who will be, aspiring for this job, what are the tips that you will give them, and what is your message for them as such? I mean, if you can just say it in a few lines, some input.
So for prelims, I would say focus on your strong areas and aim to clear only the cutoff. And for mains, I would say go for Philip Kotler textbook or any one textbook. People will tell you that to read two, three textbook. Don't go after that. Read one textbook thoroughly. Take handwritten notes of it. At least read it 3 to 4 times, and then attend as much as mocks as you can. And if possible, you can also opt for a lecture course. And for interview, I would say that um, take some mocks before you go for the main interview, because it would reduce your anxiety and enhance your confidence. But for mains, I would definitely tell that start giving mocks before even completing your syllabus, so that you'll get to know the types of questions being asked and the concepts to focus on. So those will be my tips, sir.
Any specific edition for the book that you would be recommending?
I used 15th edition. It is pretty easy compared to the 17th edition, the latest one. So 15th is a recommendable book.
Okay, good enough. Thank you so much for sparing your time, and we wish you all the luck and all the best wishes from our side, and also to congratulate your family. Give our regards to your mother also, and it's been really nice interacting with you. And we at JC Academy, we are lucky enough to have students like you.
Once
Anji,
again, I want to highlight that video course helped us immensely, sir,
thank you
to
so
be
much.
honest. Yeah.
And if you do happen to come to this side of the country, northern part of the country, please do let me know. And I think we already have a WhatsApp group of students.
Yes, sir.
If you wish, you can join that. You have a lot of seniors over there who will take care of you, who will help you. And in case you happen to move out of Tamil Nadu and if you happen to coming to northern part of the country, do not worry. We have ample of seniors, we have ample of students who will be taking care, who will be there to guide
Yes.
you, support you. So that is there. Chaloji, thank you so very much. God bless you. Take
Thank,
care. Do really well in your
thank you.
life.
Thank you, sir.
Bye
Have a
bye.
nice day too, sir.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Take
sir.